All right, dudes. You're gonna get a little bit hung up with Blaze gameplay when it comes to Team League because I am trying to get a bit more into this hero. So, anyway, the game that you're gonna watch is an Alterac game. It is a combustion game, and it is gonna show off some pretty decent synergy with your favorite hoppy Aussie Junkrat character. So that's how this is gonna go. I'm just gonna give you a rundown of the talents because I'm not gonna be doing them in the game more than likely. Neural Stim Pack at 1. Let's see, taking Meltdown with the blaze changes more often than these ones. So the area, this is still nice. I don't feel like this does a whole lot, and Meltdown really helps out when you're running the fuck in, or even peeling for your team, just decreasing damage. Crossfire is pretty much always going to be the go-to for 7. Combustion, I went at 10, and it actually synergizes with Riptire really good. Yeah, I think it's Suppressive Fire. It's either Suppressive Fire or Fuel Leak. I didn't think. Now that I think about it, yeah, I take this talent because of the mages and big ability damage dealers on the other team. This is actually really fucking good, especially when coupled with Meltdown. 16 is Juggernaut Plating. You can also take Thermal Protection, and then Flash Fire at 20 because this talent sucks. This talent just really sucks. Ta-da! So let's go and get this game going and have a good time. Yeah! You're gonna have to bear with me on this one. I am a wee bit under the weather. It's cold. I drank too much. It's all the same. You get how it works. So, ooh, here we go. This is a Team League game, though. This is Alterac Pass. If you couldn't tell already, this map sucks. But we are a 4-man in this case with 1 random, and I am on the main tank. That is Blaze. You'll probably see a lot of this hero out of me because I do want to make him more of a staple of my hero pool, because I do think he is fantastic. Pick a fucking lane, Asmodean. Our comp right now is the whole thing we were trying to do when we put this team together was to have enough lane clear that we could still soak outside of the objective, but manage to poke and defend the objective on top of that. The Ragnaros was one of our last picks in the draft, so it was like, hey, let's get this. It's going to help us. I should have stood on that fire puddle at least a little bit to get some health back. Let's get this to keep our XP going. So it is going to come in handy later on. It's a Lavoy Ragnaros that, in and of itself, I think is insanely useful on this map, just because of the amount of soak that you can reliably dump into. I did a little bit of a juke, but there were minions in front of him, so it didn't matter. What was I saying? Oh yeah, XP. XP is really important on this fucking map because it snowballs insanely hard. But if you have a hero that will stall out the game a bit and you know, force that snowball to stop, you can get ahead. And Ragnaros is one of those. I'm just gonna keep missing shit until I die. Ragnaros is one of the heroes that can reliably do that. The enemy team, I guess they were probably thinking the same thing with Nazeebo. I don't think he's quite as good at it as Rag is, especially if you build Meatball on Rag, or W on Rag, because it does provide a pretty decent amount of stoppage for the objective, and is some pretty good wave clear on top of that. I'm going to go get this camp because I should have done it 30 seconds ago, but I made some dumb decisions down in the bottom lane to try and go for some damage that didn't make any sense. My Junkrat is coming to help me out. Another super useful hero on this map with his ranged damage, his ability to poke and just annoy the ever-living fuck out of the enemy team. Plus his ult combos insanely well with Blaze's combustion. So it's good stuff. I want the engage here, try to get something going. I do think we're going to be able to get this kill, nice and simple, for the stacks on Asmo, and we cleared out the enemy team's Merc camp with that engage as well. I just want to keep soaking at this point because an enemy team has a tiny experience advantage on us, but that is going to get them 2-7 faster at the moment. And if we lose our Asmo, we didn't. Good. All right. Nice hook attempt there. He fidgeted for a second. I didn't think he was going to make it between the rock and the wall. Rock in a hard place. Oh God. Don't expect any of the jokes to be good today. My batteries are depleted. And I'm leaving. That blind ass Malfruit. Stitches hasn't landed too many hooks, so it's not too much to worry about. Asmo is Gluttony. I don't necessarily think Gluttony is the way to go. I think honestly Wrath is a bit more useful for stacking and for damage. Wow, you're not going to hit a single one of those, huh? But that's maybe a conversation for a different video. There, we hit the 7. Now that I have the bonus damage on McHugh, I can do a little bit more damage to their back line when I go in, or their front line for this case. He hit me! He hit a hook! Yeah! Don't light that on fire just yet. Wait as long as you can. Get the slow maximized. Eat a fucking blocking them toads. He was walking away already, but that's what I chose to believe. Let's see here. Where? There we go. We're just going to keep an eye on Junkrat as well, because there was a couple funny things that happened with him too. Half mana, half health. This is enough for us to stay in. Just the angle of engage. But you'll notice in that kill on Malfurion that the pretty sure the extra Q damage procced, lighting the oil on fire at the last possible second for a little bit of the heal, and it was already done slowing people. I'm just gonna leave now. My team with our Junkrat. Wow, he took a fuck ton of damage there, huh? With our Junkrat and our Asmodan should have plenty to stop the enemy team from stopping the channel. And we are now almost a full level lead ahead of the enemy team, which is stupid good. I almost said let's go top, but mid had a whole bunch of damage done. Looks like you probably did. Yep. Yeah, that hook finally did things. But this is the point on this map where you have to be aware that you're not supposed to go off into all the lanes to soak. It's not Cursed Hollow. It's not easy experience that you can get just by standing around it. You have to be able to push with the objective, and pushing well means more teammates around. Nice, easy setup for our tackle, slow, fire combo, fire rag, explode the enemy team. That's the way that we win. One of the best parts about Blaze is that his E and the no. I remember this call. He wanted to go for that keep, which is stupid because keeps in this fucking map don't do anything early on. You only want to take down keeps once you can reliably put like game-ending pressure on the core. So getting the XP lead and the map opened on the Alright, 3-man combustion, the Riptire coming in right behind me. Li Ming is dead. Stitches is split off. It was so beautiful. Absolutely fucking gorgeous the way that those two ults work together. Li Ming is orb build too for some reason. That's okay. I mean, do you, boo boo, but whatever. What you really want to be doing is Blaze when you, yeah, you're dead. That is too far up for a backliner to be with our front line having so little mana. Just can't be engaging that far. What was I saying? I keep looking back here because I'm thinking I have to peel. I don't need to. But when you're playing with Blaze and you're in that position where you're just kind of dancing around with the other team, like neither team engages. We'll just keep the camera here until I get back. 3 people middle right now, so nothing too terrible. Probably time to leave top now since those 3 people aren't showing mid anymore. It's just Ming. Okay. It's a good thing Junkrat has one of the greatest fucking mobility tools in the entire game. Lets him play really safe even though he has a really tiny health bar. This is too far up at this point though, so we have no idea where they are. They're probably on their mercenaries right now. Asmo hitting his 200 cap. I am over on our mercenaries. I'm expecting that blue ping any second now. We're almost 13. Objective is up. We're gonna lose Asmo. Fuck. Which does present a little bit of a problem for our, Jab it! Don't kill the fucking fireman! Alright. Where was I had a thought like 5 minutes ago and I still haven't completed. This is a 3 versus 1, so he should be dead. I'm just gonna rip the combustion, try to get this kill, keep it a numbers advantage, but it was a trade for the enemy team. So now it's still just a talent advantage, but we all need to get on to the point up there in the top side of the map. But when you're, like, that's what I was doing. When you're playing with Blaze, and you're in the pre-team fight dance with the other team, you are not going to be using lots of WQ. You're going to be using lots of just Q. Your Q mana cost is actually significantly lower than your W. So you only really want to use your W to cut off escapes and engage angles from the enemy team, rather than lighting it on fire all the time. Hopefully Artanis is down here with one more Q. Yes, Asmo got him. But the Gorge doesn't mean shit if you're always in the enemy team. Here comes the lava wave. Not going to hit anybody. Oh, it's going to hit Malf. But it is also going to disengage this fight for our team. We shouldn't be any further up. I don't have any fucking mana to do anything. I don't know why Asmo decided to chase after the Zebo, but that's fine. Pop back over here. What? That is a lot of fucking damage. Ooh. Ouch. I'm still making my way back in. There's only 2 people on our team that were even here, so actually standing there, I don't necessarily know if that was the right call. Trying to stop them from engaging any further. Gonna rip the combustion to just get some damage and some more peel. You made it. And then our rag had the flanky Molten Core on top of that, so we really just had every advantage in the world because the enemy team couldn't kill our 2 people who were a bit out of position. So that's I had the understanding that I should have hit Ming with my Q, because at 13 I took the talent that reduces spell power. So Ragnaros may very well have lived had I been aware enough to do that, which is something I really have to pay attention to more. Oh, there's the stun. Try and put, I lit that one on fire instead of letting it slow. I think this is, yeah, Malf just walks into all the bombs. Nice. Just barely got out of that one. Got the armor from my D, so Li Ming's not going to do much damage to me. And we're just going to piece the fuck out of here. Back to the point about the Q and the W, though. Your Flame Stream, your Q only costs 30 mana. Your Oil Spill costs 50. So if you're just constantly spamming your... good, I didn't fuck up the camera. If you're constantly spamming your Q, you're going to have a lot more luck and damage in between fights, or starting and ending the fights, than you would spamming your W and your Q. So that's good. See, like right there, the slow makes more sense to have an engage. I got eaten in the middle of my combustion. That's okay. I don't think Stitches in his current iteration, he will be changing today on the PTR, I believe. So I might put a video up for that. Seeing how he feels. Probably do him and Sylvanas together, honestly. Back to what I was saying, though. Your W is your engage tool. It's not a poke tool. You shouldn't think of it as such. You should be using your Q as a poke tool. And I'm going to get stuck in them roots. Hit that D button. Try to get as much armor as can. Slow down Artanis. Not going to make a difference. I appreciate the effort on the Riptire peeling, though. No. That one lone spider. And you lived. 78 health, but you lived. It's good shit. I took Juggernaut plating too because of the Ming and the Orb build. I didn't actually know it was Orb build when I was playing the game, but I think Juggernaut plating is a fantastic ability in the face of that Nazeebo, that Ming, and any other ability damage coming out of their team. They're like 75% ability damage, so it's good. It's good. I suggest it. It looks like we're going to lose our Asmo again. I'm not entirely certain what he was doing out there. Oh, right. Right. He got saved. He turns around for a Q and then gets himself and his teammate killed instead of just running to the right. So that happened. Yeah. That was it. Like, all you had to do was just keep walking to the right. That's what the peel was for. Don't fuck shit up by getting greedy. That is a lesson in and of itself for anybody playing this game. Don't be fucking greedy. That is the worst way to throw a game. But we're holding on to the Merc camp here just for a little bit. But since the objective is spawning now, I want to go ahead and get it out. It's gonna crash into. I don't think we can stop that. We have the fort down here in the bottom, so we can let them have it, and that's not good. Trying to save, get stunned by the boss. Looks like we're going to be able to keep our healer alive, which is. And then the lava wave coming in as well to create a bit of disengage for us. Catch some experience also. Look at that bar. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's so much. That lava wave caught, I'd say about 15% of the experience bar from 19 to 20. Just one. So that's fantastic. This boss is not going to get anywhere important. But we did pop the Molten Core, so we should be looking to go in while we have it and do some damage. Enemy team got the channel. I got my fucking combustion interrupted by that Stitches again. They are all bunched up with the exception of the Stitches, so we should be putting all of our damage on him. But Artanis is now in the back line with his laser. Asmo just eating it. He got split off from his team real hard. I guess they just weren't ready to react to his really aggressive positioning. and I'm just going to try to walk over here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop it. I got gorged. Asmo's just going to keep clicking it until it works. Looks like all of the minions are going to click it as well. And they got it. That sucks. But we're going to kill 2 of their people. So they have 4 people dead right now for this objective. And we're just like, fuck it. Let's go end the fucking game. Even with the objective, they're not going to be able to defend this. Stitches is going down too. Game is over. So, there you go. Don't go kamikaze for the fucking objective, especially on this map. The enemy team should have let that fight go soaked until 20. Go ahead and kill him with the combustion. And then come back to fight us after they had stalled it out. We got to keep our advantage with our Ragnaros and our late game scaling because the enemy team didn't hit that spike. So, ha 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 ha, look at that guy! I didn't die at all! Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, right. We hit our end game before the enemy team, and there was really nothing that they could do to stop us at that point because a lot of their damage was locked behind that Nazeebo wall and his toads, I guess. And Stitches, he was trying to build tank, but he didn't take the spell armor at level 1. And then at almost no point in that game did Stitches land a hook into Malfurion roots, which is the whole reason that you pick those 2 together. Stitches lands a hook, Malf has the roots waiting for when the person gets hooked back into your team, then they're rooted, then Nazeebo gets a zombie wall, I guess, or they get a swap, and then they should be able to kill that person. That requires a bit more coordination, sure, but that's why that shell works. As for the rest of their team, I don't particularly think Artanis is great on that map. I think Li Ming is amazing, but not with Nazeebo. They lacked a lot of auto attack damage that I think may have come back to bite them in the ass. But then again, our team kind of we were really locked and stocked in the ability damage too. So I think we just ran away with the XP lead and the objective early on in that map. So that's good news for us. Thanks for watching. I won't keep droning on anymore. I know I'm probably all stuffed up and shit, but thanks for sitting through it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.